Probably need a charter commission to study this and talk about it. There are other ways that we can do this perhaps too, but I'll be looking forward to hear those of you that will come to the podium and express your opinion. And I favor what you're doing and I admire you being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Thompson.
Yes, it's great to have plenty of people here and interested in this issue. It shows that there's some support out there, and I'm glad you've taken an interest in the civics here in the city. And I'd like to hear from all of you, so I'm looking forward to all to that. Can I suggest to the chair that maybe if we could have the solicitor briefly give us a summary of what our options are as far as making any of these changes, and then proceed to having people speak on the issue.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Fine. Madam Solicitor.
Thanks. The issue that which you've just been speaking with respect to the age, that's one that is governed by state statute, and that the city could seek a home rule amendment. The rest of them would require a charter change. However, as and it's spelled out actually in an earlier opinion by Attorney Leahy in the law department, all the different options that would satisfy a charter change. Of those, you can go through the lengthy process of charter commission and things of that nature. However, the most efficient and quickest way of achieving any desired change that the council is potentially looking at would likely be done by means of a special act, which is essentially the same as a whole issue.
In the history we have of these special acts, as I was reading the report, it seemed like the most common, or probably easiest to get through the legislature, would be one where there's then a vote of the voters in the community to accept that home rule petition. Of course, that will only happen after it's accepted, it passes the state legislature, it's signed by the governor, then it would come back to the community for a vote.
That's correct. And it's not required, but it's something that should the council decide to make a change and feel that it's of a nature that they would want to receive input from the public, as was the case with the proposed term limit issue, then subject to the council's discretion, that could be added to the special act as a requirement, or you could do the special act just effective on passage.
So I want to be careful about the terminology, though, because we're talking about petitions home rule, at least in this memo, don't necessarily need ratification by the voters. Special act charter changes don't necessarily need that either, although the history has been, I think, virtually without exception, every time there's been a special act that impacts the charter, it has been a vote of the voters to confirm that.
I don't know that all of them have done that. That may be the case, but certainly the one with term limits did.
I think at least in the recent past,
Perhaps,
we can take a look at that more carefully. But
right, and again, it's up to the discretion of the council. There may be reasons why the council would want to do that, and reasons for efficiency that that type of language is added to the special act.
or the legislature might ask for that too, I suppose.
Right. The other thing that, particularly with a home rule petition, they're either effective upon passage or it will come back to the council, because sometimes the legislature may tweak the language in a way that is not acceptable to the city. So another avenue is to have it, one, effective upon passage, or two, to have it effective upon final approval of the council, given the final language.
But in any event, the thing about the voting age is not a charter change and wouldn't necessarily be part of those provisions, so that's part of the subsequent discussion. Any other members of the council want to be heard on this before we take comments from the public? Council Murphy, you have any other? All right. Well, I know some folks are here to offer their opinions, so we'd be happy to hear from anybody who wants to speak. We just ask you to give your name and address, and please limit your remarks to 5 minutes if you could, please. So if anybody
Vice President of the Lowell City Youth Council.
Hello, my name is Katrina Pellegrino, 1164 Middlesex Street. I am the liaison between the Lowell City Youth Council and the University of Massachusetts Lowell.
As we know, we are the Lowell Youth Council. I'm Secretary of the Lowell Youth Council. We are speaking today to express the Youth Council support lowering the voting age for local election in Lowell. We believe that lowering the voting age in Lowell will be the first step in letting youth have a direct voice in the community. So as Lowell has many leaderships of young kids today. When you look back, see dedication there. Kids, and I'm in ROTC, I see kids, they step up, they know what's right and what's wrong. They decide what is good for us and what's wrong for us, not the right choice we make. So I believe lowering the voting age from 18 to 17 is a good idea for young kids to express their voice in the city of Lowell. 18, you're an adult, 17, you're a teenager still. Let's have a voice for us. We believe that being 17, you can't do very much. 18, you get to sign more documents, you get to do more stuff than being 17. Let's have something for 17 to do. But after we give a second thought, but we just we hope that you guys go around the age of 17 and this is your future you're looking at right here. For your kids,